Mortgage Show on YouTube. Right?
That's it.
I love this. I love the start. That's it. Let's finish
I'm
that one.
telling you. I'm
Yes,
telling you.
there
Well,
you
we got the number one realtor, Alina Melodina. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking.
And we got my brother from another mother, Scott Benson. What's up, buddy?
Hey, as I was just getting ready to tell you guys, I am feeling better. I was down, I was out, but you guys made the show happen last week. So thanks for giving it energy when I'm like over here dying in Redondo Beach. So
well, we couldn't tell, Scott. You held strong. You're a trooper as always, so we appreciate it.
Well, hey, there you go. Fake it, So
It's all because you don't have enough sun there, probably, and it's very cold. You should come to Miami.
I should. Agreed. It's been raining like crazy, so that's what I need to do.
It's funny because we had 2 days ago we're in the 70s wearing shorts, and I'm like, this is the best time of the year in Las Vegas. I'm enjoying it. Yesterday, wake up rain.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's raining in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, we had snow what, a week and a half ago, and then. Summer,
it's desert there. It should never rain. No,
you get extremes in the desert. So you get extremely good stuff to do. You get extremely good loan officers, and you get extreme weather. So what is going on in Miami right now? Did the tennis Miami Open, is that what it was called? Did that start?
Miami Open will start this Sunday. And I'm looking forward to get the tickets on. And it's very exciting. It's one of the most exciting, at least for me, time of the year, not only because of Miami Open. We also have the spring break. Besides the spring break, we have a music week. It used to be a big music festival, Ultra. Now they prefer not to call it that way because Miami... I think I need to go back and see if they will be able to get the name back because of the certain problems with the city. Whenever you have such a big event, and especially music events, the good things come with it and the bad things come with it. So, and the city was, I'm not saying fighting, but they were very careful with the way how they will approach this festival. Now, I don't think we have official Ultra. Again, I need to double check. But there's a lot of different festivals and parties happening during end of March. And most of them are music-related, techno music-related, like boho style music. And all the DJs coming to Miami and all party people coming with them.
I know a guy that DJs or used to DJ. You're looking at him. I did. You didn't know that?
Oh, I didn't know about that. Yes. So from DJ to mortgage broker.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of hats, and you need them here in Vegas with the sun. But I wear a lot of hats, and DJ was one of them. And by the way, I was a house music DJ. So my thing was high energy dance music. Ultra Music Festival was definitely my speed for sure. That's it. And
7 days like this.
I'm telling you, it's funny though. Scott has an inside to EDC here in Vegas. His wife does some pretty cool stuff, and he had a VIP experience that was like no other. He gave me the passes the next day. Fortunately, I wasn't privy to it, and I realized how old I was very quickly, and I spent more time walking to the venue and back to my car than I did at the event. So,
ouch, that hurts.
It did, especially on hills.
But I got to tell you, 400,000 people in 3 days. It's
very
like
intense.
10 different stages. It's absolutely amazing. So if you're an EDM fan, oh my God, it's a great one to check out. So
yeah. Ultra Music Festival and EDC are like the two main ones in the U.S. Those are
I'd love to do the one in Miami. That would be great. I can't make it this year. Maybe next. That would be great.
That's it.
Ultra is a big one. Even if they lost the name, but the whole United States is in Miami during March.
Yeah.
So
it's
big.
They used to do so when Ultra would run, it would run simultaneously to another conference. And so you would go to Miami and you would attend the conferences, and I'm forgetting the name of it at this point, but there was like educational conferences for DJs to go to. and then it ran simultaneously with Ultra. And then of course you have all the offshoots at all the pool parties, the hotels, and everything else at all the parties around it. So I mean, even EDC, I went one year and they had a big high wind. There was a lot of stuff. I sold my tickets and went to some of the parties at like Wynn and the beach club, stuff like that. And it was much better than actually being an Ultra. You have to do Ultra once to see the big show, not Ultra, excuse me, EDC. See the lights, the music, everything else. But after that, I like the pool parties better actually.
It's always fun. Both parties is even better.
Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. I agree.
Very, very true.
I agree.
So what area are we talking about today?
I
changed my mind. I wanted to speak about design district, but I'm gonna leave it for another week because the Miami Open is happening. It's starting soon, so we're gonna talk about Hollywood, or better Hollywood Beach, because it's very close from where the venue of Miami Open is.
Oh, perfect.
And Miami Open is in the Hard Rock.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it's in the Hard Rock. It's there's a hotel. There's a big arena that they transform it to the tennis for the tennis venue. Yep. You can check it. You can Google it. It's very exciting, impressive. There's a lot of courts. It's all hard courts, and people that players and also tennis lovers, they all come to Miami to see this venue. So the beautiful part about Hollywood Beach, let's talk about. Oh, that's right. There we go. Oh, by the way, this guitar. You see the hard rock guitar? At night, if you drive by at night, you will see the lasers going all the way to the sky. And it's like a strings from the guitar.
So that they
looks very cool.
Hard Rock bought Mirage, and they're redefining the classic iconic strip view because they're going to put this guitar right in front where the volcano used to be. And everybody's up in roar because the volcano's going away. But now this beautiful guitar is going to take its place. I'll show you. Hard Rock. Actually, it's not. It's on that tab. Let me see if I can do it here. But it looks very similar to what you're showing us, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Alina, is this an area with a lot of condos, or more like single-family homes, or what are we looking at here?
Oh wow, that's very similar.
Right?
Yes.
So it's gonna redefine the strip.
I love it. I think it's
beautiful.
Cool.
Oh, I think it's awesome. Forget the volcanoes.
Yeah.
I don't remember what volcanoes look like. Anyhow, about Hollywood, and I would want to focus on Hollywood Beach area. It's has the same name as the city in California, but it's very different. It's waterfront. You can see the ocean, and it has a great area and properties to buy also on the other side, on the water, on the bay. It's changing a lot. There's a very famous Hollywood Strip where people walk, bike, riding the rollerblades. The beautiful part about this area is, first of all, location. It's a little bit up north because last time we were speaking about very central located areas in Miami, but it's super, super close to Fort Lauderdale Airport, and Fort Lauderdale is international airport as well. So it's going to take you approximately 10 minutes to get there. And maybe 10-15 minutes. Also, another beautiful part about Hollywood is that you can buy a waterfront townhouses right on the ocean. You can't find other properties like this, let's say in Miami Beach. They just don't exist. Mm-hmm. There you still, you can buy a little tiny multi-family for still considerably to be affordable price, and it's going to be waterfront multi-family.
What is it? What is
look,
it's
going our way. Yeah, it's going away little by little because the developers come, and whenever developers come, they buy it and they redevelop. But you still have a chance to buy small multi-family, like, uh, not probably fourplexes, but
Oh, breaking up a little bit there.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Well, at
I
least
think I lost you.
Oh, there she is. You got frozen with a smile on my end. There you are. You're back.
I don't know where you stopped hearing me.
Was single, multifamily, small ones are available.
So you still can invest and buy something on ocean front and own it, because if you go to Sunny Isles, which we talked about, Sunny Isles, it doesn't exist anymore. If you go to Bal Harbor, Bay Harbor, that's it, it's done, gone. Miami Beach, even worse. So there you still can have oceanfront property and own it, condominium inside the big high rise. So it's going to be gone. Like sooner or later, it's going to go, but you still can buy it. Another beautiful part, if you are investor, and now we are switching the topic from residential investor to commercial investor, there's a lot of opportunities to own restaurant buildings, hotel buildings, little store buildings. There's a lot of opportunities to buy it in this area. Still, it's going to go soon. We have less and less inventory. Again, I have a girlfriend that her parents own a multi-family right on the open bay across the street from the ocean. And I thought they're going to just develop, but no, they have like 6 apartments, tiny 2-story property of parking space, sitting on over 20,000 square feet lot, waterfront, and
Wow.
they just, they don't develop, they just sit and collect like $3,000 a month rent from each apartment.
Amazing.
Go figure. And you still can get deals like this because those people, they go and, investors come.
What is the availability to do short-term rentals in Fort Lauderdale in Hollywood?
Availability?
Yeah, are you allowed to do it?
Yes, that's a very good question, because Broward County is very different from Miami-Dade County. So once we stepped to Hollandale, if you look at the map, once we stepped to the Hollandale, it's not Miami-Dade County anymore. It's a Broward County, even though they're super, super close to each other and the rules are different. So in Hollywood Beach, in Fort Lauderdale, you can do vacation rental in a single family houses. So no questions asked. All you need to do is to get the license. The license required, in order to get the license, you obviously need to pass certain inspections, fill out certain paperwork, but you don't have to think twice to buy the property. I like the property. I know it's going to be great for vacation rental. Let me check the zoning. Let me check this. You don't have to check nothing.
Wow.
You're just buying it and applying. I mean, make sure that your property doesn't have any hazard. Your pool is secure. That's important. But other than that, you just don't. It's much less homework. It has it has a positive things and negative things, because since it's that easy, there are a lot of investors come and buy. So there's much more inventory than in Miami area.
So if you were to advise me, you see the map on the screen. I've got my mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you start looking? Would you go closer to Sunny Isles and Hollywood? Would you cruise on up here and get closer all the way up close to Palm Beach County and Boca Raton? Where would you go? Deerfield Beach?
Look, all these areas are beautiful. Every area has its own advantage and disadvantage, and it all depends on what you're looking for. Let's say, for instance, you are boater, you like boats, and you have a certain budget. Fort Lauderdale is the capital in the world. It's the city #1 in the world with a private decking. with the private boats.
Yep.
It's the city, not somewhere in Europe. It's Fort Lauderdale, right here.
Wow.
But if you're in a certain budget and you have a boat, you go to Pompano Beach because the prices drops almost 50%, and you still have the same ocean access. But then if you say, I want to be the center of all the events and parties and everything, then you go down south to Miami Beach. If you want to raise your kids and you're coming and you're looking for one of the best public schools, you're looking at Boca Raton. So it's all depends on, there's every area for every person, and what is good, what's good for me might be not good for you. So what I like to do when a client comes, asking certain questions. Is it just you, or it's with the family? Is it an investment only, or you want to move? If you want to move, are you with the kids? Are you with the dogs? So besides the fact that I need to find out, what the budget is, and with the budget, you're probably going to be the best help because you know how much the person will be qualified for. It's the lifestyle, and the beautiful part that within 1 hour drive radius, you can get completely different lifestyle. Is it you that frozen or me that frozen?
You being Ted or you being Scott?
I don't know what's happening. Is it me or you?
We're struggling.
We have
because
to.
the connection is not the best. Can you? Okay.
You're a little pixelated on the screen, but your audio.
Try one thing, Alina. Since you're really pixelated, try the little settings icon. Click on that, and make sure you're set the full definition 1080p. There's a little icon on the bottom that says settings, or just press S, and it should open up this thing. Make sure you're set to 1080p.
I'm afraid that I have a maybe problem with the network connection. I don't know.
Okay.
Editing video settings. Okay, I got it. Video settings. No, it's HD camera. Standard definition, high definition.
It's your internet connection. Your internet connection is a little slow, and that's why you're freezing.
Yeah, you're frozen right now. Well, I got to say, I mean, why she recovers here, that was actually very interesting. Somebody that has looked at Florida myself and having that breakdown, pretty intuitive. I mean, she nailed it because I was looking at Boca Raton and I have a family. And the boating lifestyle, Fort Lauderdale. I mean, excellent job really educating our viewers on the different areas on where to go and why. I think that's phenomenal.
No, that was great. And by the way, Alina, you are now we were seeing you move, and your video was not pixelated.
Yeah, it was great.
Super, super, super clear.
Well, I like that background.
Yeah.
Are you at the pool side in one of the cabana tents? She's I'm out of here.
She's like, I'm not telling you about where I am. She didn't want you to know.
Exactly.
Well, one of the things I was going to talk about just while we had Alina, and maybe she'll be joining us back, but I know she deals with a lot of investors, and there was a program released by one of our lenders, which is a DSCR, but it's a DSCR that you can put up to 25 properties into one loan, and you can take a total loan size of $6.25 million. Oh, there you are.
I changed the room.
I got to tell you, I like that room.
It is, and
I'm going to show. Hold on.
And your video is much clearer.
This. We're gonna feature her so we can really get the cool look. There you go.
Oh, that's a great looking room. Yeah.
It's a man cave. It's all red, and I have stuffed animals everywhere.
Are you an interior designer?
My husband is very creative.
Is that his man cave?
Yeah, this is his man cave. But whenever you're in real estate, you have to be a little bit of everything. A little bit of designer, a little bit of therapist.
Yes.
Little bit of financial advisor.
That's it.
So it's it's a lot of different shades of gray.
Sure.
Well, love that room. Love that room. That's very
Thank you.
cool. It looks great. And you look, and your video is so much clearer, crisper now. So definitely
Perfect.
a bigger thing. While you were gone, I was telling Ted that one of the things I wanted to tell you about today is that we have a lender that has announced a DSCR. That's the loan. It's the investor loan that's based on the rental income of a property. But this particular loan, you can take up to 25 properties, put them into one loan, up to $6.25 million in value. And the reason an investor might want to do that, let's say that they want to pull out a bigger chunk of money to put into another investment opportunity. And maybe they don't have enough money in any one property to do so, but they want to pull a chunk of it out, right? Well, they can put it all into this one loan, and the costs associated with getting into it are much lower than your traditional DSCR loan program. And this also happens to be the lender with the lowest rates we've seen on DSCR programs to date. So they've got aggressive rates. Now, we all know rates have jumped up a bit lately. So, if you compare it to 6 months ago, they're still going to be higher than what they were. But relatively speaking, in today's market, it's a phenomenal program. So if you run into an investor that has a lot of properties and they need to pull a bigger chunk out, they roll it all into one. It's a much easier process, and it's very aggressively priced. So
that's super interesting. It's for big investors.
Yeah, it's for somebody. We have people in California that can have 3 properties that they're pulling out a $6 million loan on, 3 single family residences because of the expense. And I know you got some of those in Miami too. So it can be a small number of properties, but just a lot of value. Or, you can have somebody in the middle of the country that has 25 homes, 400,000 each, whatever. So a lot of ways to look at it. But anyway, it was a new one. And I wanted to make mention of it to you and our audience, because that might be something that people have an interest in taking a look at.
It's very interesting because I wanted to swing the topics today a little bit, since first of all, I spoke about Hollywood Beach, and there's a lot of commercial properties in Hollywood Beach. The second thing is I've been working with an investor recently. I started working with this gentleman, and his expertise is a restaurant business. The beauty part also about this particular investor is that he wants to open the restaurant, and he already has a background and experience in this business, and get an investor visa the way how last time 5, and whenever you apply for EB5, you depend on another company that qualified for EB5. So basically your hands tied, and God forbid something happened with this company qualified. Let's say it's a developer and it's not a big developer, because once you go with a big developer, you're more or less safe, unless the whole economy crashes, then we're all going to be suffering. But you depend on a third-party company type of investment. You depend on yourself. You open the business, you create 10 full-time jobs, and you are qualified for green card. Wow. So my question is next. I have a client open a restaurant. This particular client, he has enough cash. There are a lot of that don't have enough cash, let's say, to get into $1 million business. How can you help international client? Is there any programs for international clients that would like to buy existing business or create the business, or buy a piece of real estate and open restaurant there, or forget about the restaurant, gym. It can be gym, it can be restaurant.
Sure.
Restaurant is great because there's a lot of moving parts. You have to have a waiters, you have to have a manager, you have to have a cleaning crew. So it's very easy to get 10 spaces, to fill it out. And it doesn't have to be a huge restaurant. So if you're not ready, leave this topic
I can
for the
take
next
a
time.
swing at it, and if you want, or Scott, do you have something on your head?
Well, I mean, when it comes to the property associated with a business, super easy. We can do that all day long. But when it comes to business financing, that's a different animal in terms of where we go to pick up investors for that. And interestingly enough, I mean, Ted and I have raised quite a bit of money on that side of the house for small business, trying to get it up and operational. But it's a very different type of environment. It's not so much dependent on credit scores and things of that nature. It's really the business plan that's going to drive it. But one of the nice things, if you go out to an investment community to get the business up and operational, and you are buying the real estate, it's a way to leverage a lot more of that investor money than you can if you're just trying to do it all on a cash basis. But Ted, did you have something else you would add?
I think that's a great answer. I was going to be blunt about it. We specialize in residential loans, and we do have access to programs like that. But when we do that, we reach out and we discuss with the lender the specifics. So that's not one I can shoot off the hip. If it's a residential question, yeah, all day long. But when it comes to unique programs like that, I'm going to have to reach out to our lenders and present the scenario to them, and then come back with the answer.
But another topic that we will swing back to the residential, but we will slice it differently. Let's say again, international clients. The reason why I've been speaking about international clients, because I put one of the videos in Russian about EB5, and a lot of people start writing me. So, and I was thinking, EB5 is great, amazing option, but there's other options as well. So, if person is buying multiple properties, but it's all vacation rental properties, and he doesn't use me to manage it, it's so easy to get 10 full-time spots as well. So basically, that's going to be a residential because that's your expertise. He's buying, let's say, 20 houses with your program that doesn't require for you to be a citizen, right? It's more like it's 100% investment. But then you have to have a cleaning crew, you have to have a handyman, you have to have a department, and one person for 20 properties to clean the properties is not enough. You need to have at least 3-4 cleaning ladies. So that's very easy to get to 10 spots as well. I'm just thinking, because maybe someone is watching from people that were asking me about EB5. That's another option. And how can you help for people to get as many properties as possible? So what programs you have available right now?
The DSCR loan would be the one to go with. We'd have to look at ones that are for international borrowers and do it that way. And again, we have different lenders that have different specifics. It's interesting. And I'm going to ask you this, and with the war that's going on in Russia right now, are you finding it difficult to get EB5 programs for them right now? For citizens over there?
What's interesting? I spoke with the lady that is selling Nexo, the sales office, and she said that they have no restrictions for Russian citizens to apply and get visa through EB5. They don't have, as long as you're not on a list, because they have a list. But then they have a list for every country, trust me.
Sure.
So as long as you're not on a list, they don't have any restrictions. You're Russian, you're not Russian, it doesn't really matter.
And the reason I brought that up, because one of our lenders, I was actually looking at it, and they actually had it excluding, and it had Russia on there because of the war. So I found that interesting. I want to know if it extended out to what you're working with. Scott, you getting ready to say something?
Yeah, the interesting thing is, politically, as I understand it, they're trying to make it easier for Russian citizens to immigrate. Because one of the ways to negatively impact an economy is to accept people, especially if they're investor grade or have a special kind of intelligence. It's great to add them to an economy and help it grow. And I've seen a couple of articles about that. So I think if anything, they may end up opening up the gates to make it easier for people to get here. And because it ultimately that has a negative impact on their economy and a positive impact on ours. So it'll be interesting. See how things pan out on that.
So,
front.
Alina, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on your specific question. I'm gonna say, is the guy gonna he's gonna be a resident of the U.S. He's not currently, so he's a foreigner wants to become a U.S. citizen, wants to use the EB-5 program.
Resident, because citizen is going to take another 5 years. Yes. Let's start from the
permanent resident,
residency.
Right? Okay. Permanent resident. He's going to buy this stuff as a business and open a business with it.
And with residency, he needs to invest.
Okay. So these will be investments. He's not living in these houses. These will be specific for investment purposes. And up to 20 properties.
I came up with the 20 properties out of my head because once you have 20 properties, it's easy to find and 10 people running. If you get a one property, how can you create 10 employees? Or it can be a hotel. We can sell the hotel. That's real estate and it's operating business. And once you have a hotel building, it's again easy to get 10 spots. The requirement is 10 employees, full-time.
Can you acquire existing business? Can you acquire existing business with 10 employees, or do you have to create 10 new jobs?
That's a good question. Immigration attorney. That's a good question because I think it's 2 new jobs. So it's easy when you buy something from scratch. But on the other hand, you know how it really works. Again, immigration attorney can respond. You buy a property that already was a restaurant, but you're opening your own restaurant. You don't have to go with the concept. You have a kitchen, great. You have a great location, but why would you need to take their business over? You can have your business running this restaurant. Same thing with the hotel. So a lot of people changing their businesses and the concept of the restaurant when they buy the location.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, let us dig
into it.
So
whoever is watching us right now and interested, and it doesn't have to be Russian people. It can be people from any country, Mexico. A lot of people from Colombia now are looking to move to the United States because of this the political situation.
Is it $1 million minimum investment though?
That's not. It's with EB-5 program, you have to invest at least $800,000. That's a different animal altogether. This program, you can invest only $100,000 and create 10 jobs. As long as you create 10 jobs
what
you
program is this
maintain
called?
those jobs. You know what we're gonna do? Because I'm not an attorney. I'm selling real estate. I don't sell the service of getting visas, but a lot of this come together because I'm allowed, I own brokerage license. I'm allowed to sell businesses.
Okay.
But we can bring next time immigration attorney and speak with him and he can answer all these questions.
Do you have resources for that or need me to reach out to somebody?
I do. I have a great immigration attorneys. Yes.
Perfect. Let's do that. And
let's do that. I think that would be a great. That would be a great show. I think it'd be great to have them on.
Yep. Yeah, and then people, investors, and people that already run businesses in their countries. It's so easy when you already have a working concept to take it and copy paste in other countries, including.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's schedule out an investor show for international borrowers, and let's go over a myriad of topics and have your attorney and let's really lay this thing out and prepare it. I think that'd be really
great.
good. So, all right. Hey, guys, we're at our 35-minute mark. We are past our time. We got to run. So, Alina, have a phenomenal time at the Miami Open. Excuse me. I don't know if you have your rave outfit ready, but if you do and you go into Ultra, have fun. Be safe. For Scott Benson, for Alina Meladina, I'm Ted Hicks, Real Estate Mortgage Insiders. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Take it easy, Alina.